So today we are going to read Chaitanya Charitamrita chapter 4. The Lila is from the start. The confidential reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this chapter of the epic Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami has stressed that Lord Chaitanya appeared for three principal purposes of his own. The first purpose was to relish the position of Srimati Radharani, who is the prime reciprocator of transcendental love of Sri Krishna. Lord Krishna is the reservoir of transcendental loving transactions with Srimati Radharani. The subject of those loving transactions is the Lord himself, and Radharani is the object. Thus, the subject, the Lord, wanted to relish the loving mellow in the position of the object, Radharani. The second reason for his appearance was to understand the transcendental mellows of himself. Lord Krishna is all sweetness. Radharani's attraction for Krishna is sublime, and to experience that attraction and understand the transcendental sweetness of himself, he accepted the mentality of Radharani. The third reason is that Lord Chaitanya appeared was to enjoy the bliss tasted by Radharani. The Lord thought that undoubtedly Radharani enjoyed his company and he enjoyed the company of Radharani. But the exchange of transcendental mellow between the spiritual couple was more pleasing to Srimati Radharani than to Sri Krishna. Radharani felt more transcendental pleasure in the company of Krishna than he could understand without taking her position. But for Sri Krishna to enjoy in the position of Srimati Radharani was impossible, because that position was completely foreign to him. Krishna is the transcendental male, and Radharani is the transcendental female. Therefore, to know the transcendental pleasure of loving Krishna, Lord Krishna himself appeared as Lord Chaitanya, accepting the emotions and bodily lustre of Srimati Radharani. The Lord Chaitanya appeared in order to fulfill these confidential desires and also to preach the special significance of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and to answer the call of Advaita Prabhu. These were the secondary reasons. Sri Savrupa Damodar Goswami was a principal figure among Lord Chaitanya's confidential devotees. The records of his diary have revealed that these confidential purposes of the Lord, his revelation, have been confirmed by the statements of Srila Rupa Goswami in his various prayers and poems. This chapter also specifically describes the difference between lust and love. The transaction of Krishna and Radha are completely different from the material lust. Therefore, the author has very clearly distinguished between them. Okay, text 1. By the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a foolish child can fully describe the real nature of Lord Krishna, the enjoyer of the pastimes of Braj, according to the vision of the revealed scriptures. All glory to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glory to Lord Nityananda, all glory to Sri Advaita Acharya, and all glory to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. I have described the meaning of the fourth verse now. O devotees, kindly hear the explanation of the fifth verse. Just to explain the original verse, I shall first suggest its meaning. I have given the essential meaning of the fourth verse. This is this carnation. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descends to propagate the chanting of the holy name and spread the love of God. Text 5. I have given the essential meaning of the fourth verse. This incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, descends to propagate the chanting of the holy name and to spread love of God. Although this is true, this is but the external reason for the Lord's incarnation. But here one another reason, the confidential reason for the Lord's appearance. The scriptures proclaim that Lord Krishna previously descended to take away the burden of the earth. To take away the burden, however, is not the work of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The maintainer, Lord Vishnu, is the one who protects the universe. But the time to lift the burden of the world mixed with the time for Lord Krishna's incarnation. When the complete Supreme Personality of Godhead descends, all other incarnations of the Lord meet together with him. Lord Narayana, the four plenary expansions, Vasudev, Sankarishna, Pradumna, and Anuruddha, Matsya, and the other Lila incarnations, the Yuga avatars, the Manuvantara incarnations, and as many other incarnations as they are, all descend in the body of Lord Krishna. In this way, the complete Supreme Godhead, Lord Krishna himself, appears. At that time, therefore, Lord Vishnu is present in the body of Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna kills the demon through him. Thus, the killing of the demons is but secondary work. I shall now speak of the main reason for Lord's incarnations. The Lord's desire to appear was born for two reasons. The Lord wanted to taste the sweet essence of the malice of love of God, and he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous attraction. Thus, he is known as Supreme Jubilant and as the most merciful of all. Lord Krishna thought, all the universe is filled with the conception of my majesty, but love weakened by the sense of majesty does not satisfy me. If one regards me as a supreme Lord and himself as a subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me. In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him in that natural behavior. In whatever way my devotee surrenders to me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in the respects, O son of Partha. If one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, thinking of me as his son, his friend, or his beloved, regarding himself as great and considering me his equal or inferior, I become subordinate with him. Devotional service rendered to me by the loving beings relieves their external life. I'm going to read 23 again. Devotional service rendered to me by the living being revives their eternal life. O my dear damsel of Raj, your affection for me is your good fortune, for it is the only means by which you have obtained my favor. Mother sometimes binds me as her son. She nourishes and protects me, thinking me earthly helpless. My friends climb on my shoulders in pure friendship, saying, "What kind of big man are you? You and I are equal." If my beloved consort approaches me in a sulky mood that steals my mind from the reverent hymn of the Vedas, taking these pure devotees with me, I shall descend henceforth in various wonderful ways, unknown even in Vaikuntha. I shall broadcast such pastimes by which even I am amazed. The influence of Yoga Maya will inspire the gopis with their sentiments, and that I am their paramour. Neither the gopis nor I shall notice this, for our minds will always be entranced by the other's beauty and qualities. Pure attachment will unite us even in the expense of moral and religious duties, dharma. Destiny will sometimes bring us together and sometimes separate us. I shall taste the essence of all these rases, and in this way I shall favor all the devotees. Then, by hearing about the pure love of the residents of Raj, devotees will worship me on the path of spontaneous love, abandoning all rituals and religiosity and fruitive activity. Krishna manifests his eternal human-like form and performs his pastimes to show mercy to the devotees. Having heard such pastimes, one should engage in service to him. Here is the use of verb bhavat, which is the imperative mood. Tell us that this certainly must be done. Non-compliance would be an abandonment of duty. Just as these desires are the fundamental reason for Krishna's appearance, whereas destroying the demons is only an incidental necessity. So for Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, promulgating the Dharma of the age is incidental. When the Lord desired to appear for another reason, the time for promulgating the religion of the age also arose. Thus, with two intentions, Lord appeared with devotees and tasted the nectar of prema with the congregational chanting of the holy name. Thus, he spread kirtan even among the untouchables. He woke the wrath of the holy name and prema with which he garlanded the entire material world. In this way, assuming the sentiment of a devotee, he preached devotional service while practicing it himself. The four kinds of devotees are the receptacles of the four kinds of mellows of love of God, namely servitude, friendship, parental affection, and conjugal love. Each kind of devotee feels that the sentiment is the most excellent, and thus in the mood he tastes great happiness with the Lord Krishna. But if we compare the sentiments in the impartial mood, we find that the conjugal sentiment is superior to all other is in sweetness. Increasing love is experienced in various tastes, one above another, but that love which has the highest taste in the gradual succession of desire manifests itself in the form of conjugal love. Therefore, I call the Madhura Rasa. It has two further divisions, namely wedded and unwedded love. There is a great increase of mellow in the unwedded conjugal mood, which such mood is found nowhere but in Braj. This mood is unbound in the damsels of Braj, but among them it finds its perfection in Sri Radha. A pure, mature love surpasses that of all others. Her love is the cause of Lord Krishna's tasting the sweetness in the conjugal relationship. Therefore, Lord Gauranga, who is Sri Hari himself, accepted the sentiments of Radha and thus fulfilled his own desires. Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of the demigods, the goal of the Upanishads, and the be-all and end-all of the great sages, the beautiful shelter of his devotees, and the essence of the love for the lotus-eyed gopis. Will he again be the object of my vision? Lord Krishna desired to taste the limitless nectarine mellow of the love of one of his multitude of loving damsels, Sri Radha, and so he assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya. He has tasted the love while hiding his own dark complexion with her effulgent yellow color. May that Lord Chaitanya confer upon us his grace. To accept ecstatic love is the main reason he appeared and re-established the religious system for this age. I shall now explain the reason. Everyone please listen. Text 54. Having first given hints about the verse describing the principal reason for Lord's appearance, now I shall manifest its full meaning. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment of complexion of Radha Rani, although he is Lord Krishna himself. Radha and Krishna are one and same, but they have assumed two bodies. Thus, they enjoy each other, tasting the mallows of love. Now, to enjoy Tarasa, they have appeared in one body as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, I shall first delineate the position of Radha and Krishna. From the description of the glory of Lord Chaitanya will be known. Srimati Radhika is the transformation of Krishna's love. She is his internal energy called Haladani. So text 59. Srimati Radhika is the transformation of Krishna's love. She is the eternal energy called Haladani. That Haladani energy gives Krishna pleasure and nourishes his devotees. Lord Krishna's body is eternal, Sat, full of knowledge, Chit, and full of bliss, Anand. This one spiritual energy manifests three forms: Chat, Sat, Chit, Anand. Sat, Chit, Anand. Haladni is his aspect bliss. Sandhini, the external existence, and Samvit, the cognizance, which is also accepted as knowledge. O Lord, you are the support of everything. The three attributes Haladani, Sandhani, and Samvit exist in you as one spiritual energy, but the material modes which causes happiness, misery, and mixtures of the two do not exist in you, for you have no material qualities. The essential portion of the Sandhini potency is Sudha Sattva. Lord Krishna's existence rests upon it. Krishna's mother, father, abode, house, bedding, seats, and all so on are all transformations of Sudha Sattva. The condition of pure goodness, Sudha Sattva, in which the Supreme Personality of Godhead is revealed without any covering, is called Vasudeva. In that pure state of Supreme Godhead, who is beyond the material senses and who is known as Vasudeva, is perceived by my mind. The essence of the Samvit potency knowledge is that Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. All other kinds of knowledge, such as knowledge of Brahman, are its components. The essence of Haladni potency is love of God. The essence of love of God is emotion, Bhava. And the ultimate development of emotion is Mahabhava. Sri Radha Thakurani is the embodiment of Mahabhava. She is the repository of all good qualities and crest jewel among all the lovely consorts of Lord Krishna. Of these two gopis, Radharani and Chandravali, Srimati Radharani is superior to all respects. She is the embodiment of Mahabhava, and she suffices all the good qualities. Her mind, senses, body are steeped in love for Krishna. She is Krishna's own energy, and she helps him in his pastimes. I worship Govinda, the Premier Lord, who resides in his own realm Goloka, with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potency Haladani. Their companions are her confidants, who embody extensions of her bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. Now please listen to how Lord Krishna's consort help him taste rasa and how they help in his pastimes. The beloved consort of Lord Krishna are the three kinds: the goodness of fortune, the queens, and the milkmaids of Raja, and who are the foremost of all. The consorts of all proceed from Radhika. Just as the fountainhead, Lord Krishna is the cause of all carnations, so Sri Radha is the cause of all these consorts. The goodness of fortune are partial manifestations of Srimati Radhika, and the queens are refractions of her image. The goodness of fortune are her plenary portions, and they display the forms of Bhava Vilas. The queens are of the nature of her Bhava Parakasa. Bhaiva Prakasa. Okay, text 78. The goddess of fortune are her plenary portions, and they display the forms of Bhaiva Vilasa. The queens are of the nature of Abhava Prakasa. The Braj Devis have devised bodily features. They are expansions and are instruments for expanding rasa. Without many concerts, there is not much escalation of rasa. Therefore, there are many manifestations of Srimati Radharani to assist in the Lord's pastimes. Among them are various groups of consorts in Braj who have varieties of sentiments and mellows. They help Lord Krishna taste all the sweetness of the rasa dance and other pastimes. Radha is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda, and she is also the enchantress of Govinda. She is the be-all and end-all of Govinda and the jewel crest of his consorts. The transcendental goodness, Srimati Radharani, is the direct counterpart of Lord Krishna. She is center figure for all goodness of fortune. She possesses all the attractiveness to attract the all-attractive personality of Godhead. She is the primeval internal potency of the Lord. Text 84. Devi means resplendent and most beautiful, or else it means the lovely abode of the worship of the love spot of Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna.